Clearly, Lake of the Woods and the Cascades did not get the message that we are in the spring season, because it feels like, honestly, that Christmas is right around the corner. Now, thankfully, we're in March, and that's not the case, but the tame conditions are really beginning to come down over here towards Lake of the Woods Highway, as Stormwatch 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman just said. A big difference from what it was even about an hour ago as we were heading back up towards Lake of the Woods. And if you want an idea about what type of snow we're dealing with, well, I can show you right now. This snow is very, very powdery. It's not very solid, but it is still very, very sticky. And if we take a look over to the roadways, that's why we're seeing these deteriorating conditions along places like Lake of the Woods Highway, where even when snowplows are coming on through these areas and clearing out the snow, not even 5 or 10 minutes later, that snow is back on the roads. Now, although that might be the case, ODOT officials are telling me that they are still very well prepared for this storm that is going to be impacting, of course, the Cascades in areas like Lake of the Woods over the next, 24 to 48 hours. Again, expecting maybe a foot of snow and obviously, of course, potentially even more. But even though this is, of course, the latest of a series of storms we've been seeing over the last several months, ODOT officials say this is not like any other storm, or this is the same, like every other storm, and that they are completely prepared for all the impacts that it plans on bringing.
Our crews are staged throughout our region, which encompasses all of Southwest Oregon. But because the weather impacts are expected more in the high Cascade area, our crews there are staged and ready to go.
Now, of course, we're going to continue to bring you live coverage out here towards Lake of the Woods throughout the rest of this newscast to give everyone that's thinking about potentially driving out towards Klamath Falls or driving from Klamath Falls to Medford a live look of just what exactly you're going to be dealing with. And my personal recommendation, ODOT's as well, if you don't have to drive and head over the pass right now, please don't. Stay home. And it is still getting a little bit more treacherous. We saw even a couple more vehicles and trucks that have had to pull off to the side of the road that couldn't make it all the way through their trip because they either didn't bring change or they weren't fully prepared. And we can actually see one family over to our left right now that's being a little bit more repaired. They are currently getting on their chains as we speak as they try to finish up the rest of their trip heading eastbound towards Klamath Falls. But for now, reporting live in at Lake of the Woods, I'm Brett Taylor, Newswatch 12.